Good evening and welcome to my end of the week recap video here for Apple and plan ahead for next week and possibly a run up into earnings. Real quick here, this is the monthly time frame over on the right. Last month put in what looked like a potential topping candle. If that does trigger below 180.5, we'll most likely have some more stops triggered and a potential drop further down to the next level of support. As I work my way down here to the weekly time frame, if you remember from my previous video, I was looking for a break above last week's candle, which was an indecision candle at a retest of the previous all-time high, as well as a very important area, this 180 to 179-ish area. Holding above that is very, very productive in my opinion, and we should see some continued motion upwards. As I work my way down again here on the daily time frame with no drawings over here, you can clearly see price action, found support at the 50 SMA, started climbing up. Every time it dipped below it, there were buyers, 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 until we had an inside day yesterday and a break above. Inside day basically just means the price action was inside of the prior day's range, and this was actually a narrow range 5, maybe even 7 bar compared to this one, depends on how much that price range was. Anyways, it's just a compression of volatility and usually leads to a nice little move one way or the other. In this case, it did go up. Now, what I am looking for here intraday is I have my position. I got into some July 20th 190 calls here. As soon as price action did break above this upper trend line, which it's not on those notes, once price action broke above this trend line resistance here, I jumped into the 190 calls about 2 weeks out in the future per my plan. Now I also had a small lotto overnight from yesterday, the 187.5 calls here at 20. On the pop on the open, I sold at 30 cents. These little guys ran all the way up to 95 cents at the end of the day. So overall, missed profits there, but still made 50% on the position. So can't really complain too bad about it. And off to my plan. I did not take a full-size position in this trade. Reason being, this kind of move may retrace a little bit. All of these levels below should supply support. There will be a lot of demand down here. You got the 21, the 8, the 50 moving averages all right here together, as well as this triangle, lower trend line, and this big apex. If the market makers run all the way through there, push down below it, I will stop myself out, take the loss, and wait for a lower support or maybe another stronger move higher. Overall, I'm looking for a measured move up here to around 194-ish area based off of what looks like a complex head and shoulders. You got a left shoulder here, head, and this whole consolidation area is the right shoulder. So a measured move is the height of the head to the neckline. Added to itself takes me up to about 194, which is close to all-time highs. It's worth mentioning, if it does come up to that level of about 194, 194.20, any bears that may remain in the name will probably start to get scared, probably have to start closing some positions, and will likely lead to more buying pressure and probably a more higher all-time high, if that makes sense, and that $1 trillion market cap. So we'll see what happens going forward. I am back to completely staying bullish in Apple. As you see, my note over here would have worked out very well to take some puts, but I was unable to take that position. So let me get that note off of there. Anyways, these are my levels and what I will be looking for going forward in Apple. Again, way down below, I'll be looking at 182.5 calls in this region, or excuse me, this region down here, and 175 calls down here at the 200 SMA if it makes all the way down there. So that's my game plan for Monday. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Have a good weekend and good luck.